Welcome to the crypt. Today we've dug up this little gem here. This is Death Must Die. It's essentially Vampire Survivors meets Diablo. So we're going to jump in and check it out. This was available on the Steam Next Fest. So we have played a little bit of this already. We'll just jump in and try out both these characters that I've currently unlocked here. So we go over to the bonfire here and we'll switch over to Averon, the human knight. We also do have Maris, the elf sorceress, but you do start off with the knight here. So the thing about this game is it's sort of, like I said, Diablo meets Vampire Survivors. It's a bullet hell, but it's a bit of a hack and slash as well. Essentially, you're going to be going in and doing your usual bullet hell type fighting, but you can collect armor and weapons and things along the way and equip them to your character. So we're going to jump in here and kill some skeletons to start off. So this is actually manual attacking. There are abilities where you can do auto cast passive attacks, but you start off with the knight here, swinging your sword about, all manual attacks. Okay, and then we've got a god that pops in here. For the legends, do you like the sound of the Phoenix hero? Constantly dying, being reborn, dying, being reborn. Lame. Yeah, you're probably right. So all these gods come up to you when you level up, and they will give you the chance to take a new skill or ability. We have Vengeful Strike here. Your attacks become stronger and apply burning. 40% damage plus 8% area, and burning stacks applied is 4. We also have Meteor Shower. Meteors fall from the skies, damaging enemies and burning the ground. Then we have Zip here, which is your dashes become shorter, but you can dash multiple times in a row. You can actually level these up. You can see here that they are level 1. I think we should probably start off with the Vengeful Strike, maybe? No, you know what? We'll go Meteor Shower. We'll do this. This is a passive auto cast, so we don't have to worry about it. And it also will create burning fire on the ground, which the enemies can walk into. So there we go. It's like a AoE attack, similar to I guess I'm going to refer back to Vampire Survivors game, the scent water that you get. Not quite the same as far as how it is applied, but random AoE spots. So there is in fact a dash in this game as well, but you are kind of limited by how much you can use it. So you want to be very careful and pick your moments when you do. Okay, we've got Mort, Daughter of Death. They're just sitting in urns for an eternity, and he doesn't get it. He just doesn't get life and death, you know. So basically, as the title would have kind of alluded to, our mission is to kill death, and all these gods want to help us out. And that there was his daughter. So, she has a few other abilities here. We've got Deadly Strike. Your attacks become stronger and resolve cursed statuses immediately. We also have Swerve. Your dash is improved. And Crows of Pestilence spawns ravens that attack enemies applying cursed. I may actually take the crows here, I believe. Having anything help us attack will be handy. So when you manually attack as well, you do walk slower. So if you are constantly spamming the attack, you will actually walk quite a bit slower. Now there's coins as well as these green XP shards on the ground to pick up. And the coins you can spend in the shop once you've unlocked the trader as well. Alright, let's get up here and try and kill the archer. Alright, all my family is quite cold. I'm rather cool though. Okay, we can level up Meteor Shower to have a 4th projectile. Fire duration lasts longer as well. We also have Combust here. When you kill a number of burning enemies, an explosion damages and knocks back nearby enemies. And then, of course, the Vengeful Strike again. Your attacks become stronger and apply burning. Combust will be very good once we get Vengeful Strike as well. So we might take Vengeful Strike here first. Pick up what XP we can. We want to try and level up as fast as we can, as you typically do in these games. Alright, let's try and get them to move into the flames as well. We can kind of direct them to a point to walk into them. Need a sickle to face the scythe. They're more efficient anyway. 2 new abilities to talk about. Okay, we've got Execution, another passive ability. Whenever you overkill an enemy, there is a chance that it spawns a weak experience shard. So we can get a better experience shard than we currently get. Soul Stealers is the next one. Every couple of attacks spawn phantoms. Any enemies they pass through become cursed and lose a percentage of their current life. We could also, of course, level up our crows and get 6 of them instead of the 4. We'll grab Soul Eaters or Soul Stealers to just add in a few new abilities here so we can check out their effects. So we've got our first sort of elite monster, I guess. And the Soul Stealers actually weaken that quite a bit. Now the fire doesn't seem to affect us when we walk through it either, which is good. So it doesn't actually damage us at all. Let's try and pick up what we can. Now I am kind of hovering around the same area in the map at the moment, but we should probably try and make a move to explore the map a little bit more. Let me try and go this way and grab some stuff, because there are things like shrines. It took me a while playing this to find a shrine that actually healed me, but there are ones where you can regain health. Crom, God of Conquest. The everlasting thrill of battle. Ah, life, you're living mortal. Okay, now he's got a few interesting ones here as well. War Pact, enemy armor is reduced, so it would be minus 72%, which is actually pretty good. I think previous ones I've checked out were like minus 40 from memory. We also have Chains of War, another passive autocast. This one I quite like. It's sort of like a chain that swings around you, rupturing and knocking back enemies. So rupturing is like another effect similar to the burning effect. It's a different type of effect here. And shurikens here take and use that rupturing effect as well. So this is a passive autocast as well, but enemies we hit shoot out shurikens. I might actually take, you know what, we'll go with the Chains of War. Can't beat that. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a freedom to move, kind of like a garlic or something along those lines. Helps knock back enemies slightly. It's going to help keep us alive a little bit longer. Alright, we do have a chest drop, so there are chests that drop as well for random upgrades too. Charge, your dash is improved, so we get the cooldown. Dash charges plus 100% range is better, and vulnerability. We also have blades. This is another autocast one that we can get. Rotating blades spawn away from you, rupturing and damaging enemies as they are pulled back to you. I think what I will potentially do is upgrade our Chains of War though. Try and get some upgrades rather than everything just being level 1. Okay, I also want to try and move up and check out some of the map here. I haven't explored much of the map. We haven't gone too far into this game, really. Alright, so we have the black flames around us. That's going to start closing in on us, and we'll get bombarded by these slimes in just a second. So you can kind of expect the same waves popping up at the same time frames, just like on Vampire Survivors as well. But really, the thing that this excels at differently from Vampire Survivors is that RPG feel with the armor upgrades. And you can actually get armor dropped by killing enemies as well. Alright, let's see. We've got Combust here, which I will probably grab. We also have Incineration, passive enemy. So burning enemies leave a fire where they die. So we'll grab Combust here, because that actually synergizes pretty well with some of the other abilities. There, you can kind of see it exploding out there. If they're killed and they're on fire, they will explode, spreading that fire. Okay, this might be a good chance to kill some weaker enemies for XP. Now, my PB on this was something like 7.5 minutes, I think. I haven't gone too far with it. But this is the roguelite element to the game. You will, of course, die over and over, but you do improve as you go. Right, and it looks like they've got like a magnet here. And that can draw all the XP to us. So similar items that you see in other bullet hells. I am morbidly curious what the others' reasons are. I guess I'll ask another time though. You seem rather busy. I am very busy trying to kill all these skeletons and things. Now, in this instance, I do kind of feel like we should maybe upgrade our dash. Movement is going to be pretty important, to be honest. It is fairly important in most of these types of games anyway, unless you have some ridiculous OP synergy going, where you can stand in one spot, but we don't have that. We have to actually move around a bit to dodge some of this, so we're going to need to sort of dash out of the way a lot. Alright, and we've got a few new enemies here. The shield guys take quite a while to kill. And then we've got the bats here. So if we can get these shield guys to kind of walk into those meteor strikes, that would be helpful. Okay, here we go. Try and stay out of those attacks. They do have a decent sort of attack range, which is why you want the dashes as well. It's nice that they do give you that sort of warning. But we're taking a lot of damage here now. Hopefully we can get maybe a little something else here. Level up a little bit more. Do want to kind of try and kite them and keep moving a little bit here. There we go. Reduce cooldown on the dash is pretty nice, but I think I'll also get the upgrade of crows to help us. Add a couple more to our arsenal. Oh, and we got caught right there. Okay, so we've got the breakdown basically of what our damage is from each ability as well. DPS and things. Let's continue on. So yeah, 730, not too bad. Perk unlocked, the Sign of Fate. So when we go down to change the characters here, you can see they've actually got perks available they can unlock. So this one here, you gain plus 6% attack area every 3 levels. Max is plus 60%. So we've played with him enough that we finally unlocked something. This is the first one I've actually unlocked as well. We're going to switch over to Maris, the Elf Sorceress, and just check out how her playstyle is. Also, up here is the Trader, which I mentioned earlier. And here you can really get a feel of that RPG sort of Diablo-esque kind of gameplay with the equipment slots and things. So this is stuff we've picked up and bought over time. We do have, of course, our coins down in the bottom here, 200. We can sell and trade out a few of these if we want. So let's have a quick look here. Sword of Dexterity, 24% damage to enemies at 50% life or less. Plus 3% crit chance and plus 4% attack speed, which is kind of nice. This one here only has the flat 20% attack damage, but also has what's called shard pull area, which is the magnetism for how far away the shards will actually pull towards you. There's a few different equipment pieces that have that here, as you can see on the magnetic gauntlets I've got. Now, I do feel that the flat damage percent, like attack damage, is better than having it when they're 50% or less life. But in saying that as well, the attack speed would be really nice to have. Now, what else do we have here though? There's dash charges you can add on this, movement speed, and obviously health and things. So this one here looks like a bit of an upgrade for damage. Downgrade on the shard pull area, I think we've got 300 on this. Yeah, 300. This one's 200, but it's not too bad. You sacrifice that for the damage. What is this one? Plus 4% faster cooldowns. And then, again, movement speed. There's rings and things as well. We don't have a ring at the moment, and this is 4% damage for the cost of 27, so we'll grab that. Might as well. We do, of course, have a few more slots here we haven't even filled up. I will leave it at that for now, just because I want to save up a little bit of money here. Though I'm saying that these gauntlets here are kind of nice as well. No, we'll save. We'll save. You can go over here as well to a stash. This is where any items you pick up during the rounds or the fights that you enter will be stored, or you can store it in here and keep it out of your inventory. Now, when you change character, the thing is all of this inventory just switches over to whatever character you're using, so you don't have to switch up or build out one particular type. You can reuse the same setup. So this one is a little bit different. We've got a range fireball attack now, instead of having to do close-up melee damage with a sword. Now she's actually not too bad at getting rid of the archers early that come into the game. And because you can actually attack and damage their attacks or projectiles that come in as well. So you can interrupt them. Were I to fight beside you? Alright, Rampaging Strike. We've got your attack shoots more projectiles that knock back enemies. So that's +3 projectile count, projectile piercing +1, damage is +17%, but the area is -35, and the range is -10. Velocity goes up 10% as well, which isn't too bad. Warpact, we've seen that one, and Blades, I haven't used this one, but we're going to go with Rampaging Strike here. More projectiles means more DPS. Oh, and here we go. We've got our first equipment drop. So you can pick those up. Now, the equipment won't actually apply to you from memory unless you have an empty slot there. As long as the power you take from Conquest is put to good use, I suppose it's alright. Alright, and then we've got Sickles of more every couple of attacks shoot out sickles. They deal damage equal to a percentage of your attack damage. We also have Necromancy, so you raise skeletons when you kill a number of enemies. Skeletons raised from cursed enemies last longer. And then we also have Swerve, which is the dash improvement. Now, we haven't seen either of these two here yet. I think we should try the Necromancy. Let's check out that. Raise our own skeletons. Alright, let's see. So that must be one of our guys there. Alright, here we go. It's got pretty good spread on this attack as well, actually. I think we got lucky with this ability. Execution. Whenever you overkill an enemy, there is a chance that it spawns a weak experience shard. We have seen that before. Soul Stealers and Necromancy up. Lifetime goes from 14 to 24 seconds. That's actually quite long, honestly. I think Soul Stealers might be good because any enemies they pass through become cursed, and then skeletons raised from cursed enemies last longer. So Soul Stealers will go well with the Necromancy here. That should synergize pretty well. We have a decent amount of skeletons helping us out here. What I wouldn't mind getting is the magnet to draw all of these shards towards us. Let's try and pick up as many as we can here. Okay, these are the Gods of Fate, Carver of Fate. Choose the worst this time for the hell of it. Why not? Fury, you attack faster. Splinter, your attack shoots more projectiles, but there's a minus 25% area. And then movement speed plus 18. I'm going to try the Fury out. I haven't taken attack speed up before. That seems pretty useful, so if we can throw out fireballs faster, that sounds good to me. Alright, and then we've got the elite coming in here. Or the sort of berserker. Here we go. I feel like I've missed a lot of the XP here. Now, you may have missed it, but there was a orange shard on the grounds there, which I believe came from the berserker. Creating your own path now too. Speak not to me of the fates, meddlesome little rascals. The characters that come in kind of remind me of Hades as well, if you've ever played that game. I do like the style of this. The pixel art is really cool as well, with the pixel sprites and things. So we could go with Chains of War, Rampaging Strike. Your attack shoots more projectiles that knock back enemies. Knockback is 8, damage gets increased, so we get a 5% damage increase. Or we can take the Chains of War. This is actually a little bit of a tough one because I wouldn't mind both of these. Let's take the Rampaging Strike for the damage though. And the knockback's always nice as well. Okay. Now these ghoul things that come in, wraiths, whatever you want to call them, they are actually pretty fast. So if you can dodge them, it's probably the best strategy here. I think I just opened that chest there so we can get a 4% damage increase. I'm going to take the Chains of War this time to try and get some of this damage in when they're close by. Alright, they're getting real close to me. Okay, we did somehow survive that. We have a decent amount of health left now. I'd say we've probably got about 90% health. So you'll see at the bottom of the screen as well, it'll have your level by your portrait. Left hand side is your health bar. Right hand side, the 2 yellow pips that you can see there. That is actually your dashes, so I can use those up and they do take a while to regenerate. So be aware of that. There is that cooldown on them. I'm going to try not to use all of them up here because it's going to get a bit spicy. So, Soul Stealers, we could increase the Phantoms. Your attack speed and skill cooldowns are faster. Attack and skill speeds are plus 4%, which isn't too bad. We might actually take that. That sounds pretty handy. Oh, we also got Rushing Boots of Haste as a drop. Now, the equipment, you do have to kind of click E on them. You can't just walk over them to pick them up. So there are some manual inputs in this game, of course. Which I think is good because it makes you feel more involved in actually how you're attacking and things rather than everything being autocast. Obviously it does still have that autocast though, so you don't have to be activating every ability manually. But it's a nice balance between the two styles, I think. Let's head on down this way and see if we can't find some shrines. I want to try and find the magnet and hopefully we can collect up more XP. So if we head back up this way, we might have a shrine around here somewhere. Also, having one spawn close by would be good. Here we go, it's the magnet again. Let's use that. Not sure what the range on this is. Hopefully it's similar to Vampire Survivors and just they're all of them from the whole map. Right, only you can forge your fate. Plus 16% attack area. Your attacks hit in a wider area. We can do attack speed up to plus 16, and then we can also do longer dashes. Range is increased by 10%. We're going to take the might. Attack area sounds good to me. Some more boots. The equipment, we can of course sell it at the end of the run. which is going to be handy. Hopefully we can start getting some decent equipment from the trader. It is random each time from what I can tell, so every time you have a run it seems to change. I don't know if it has anything to do with how far into the game you get as to how good the loot is. There is no real indication of how that works. Now, what I would like is projectile piercing. If we had that and we could pierce through enemies, that would be actually pretty handy. See if we can't circle around a little bit here. I want to try and dash out of there. So I saw another item up here. I need to start dashing. Oh no. There we have it. Again, around the 7-minute mark. Rampaging Strike did most of the damage here, which is fair enough. We did have quite a few projectiles from that. So as you can see here, we can go through our abilities. We had that run. And we got the perk with her as well. Let's go check it out and see what it does. If we pop on down here, her one is you gain plus 3% more experience every 3 levels. What was his again? Attack area. Okay, good. It is nice to see that they have different ones as well, different perks available. I think I actually prefer the sorceress here. She seems to be pretty good early on. Just being able to keep your distance a little bit is kind of handy. So, if we go into the shop here, I can kind of show you what this is all about. Now, our current boots we have a 16 health and 100% dash charges. We have 8 health, 110 movement speed, 100% dash charge, and 8 health here. So I think what we've got we'll probably just keep. Powerful sword, plus 30% attack damage, and ours was 20. Ooh. We might switch that out. I guess the shard pool isn't that important. Let's see what we have for our chest plate. 40 health there on the torso. It's 40 health there. 24. Okay, let's have a look at these gloves. This is 2% faster cooldowns. That's not too bad. And we have a belt here, which was... Ours was 16 health on that, so anything better than that would be nice. Okay, I'm not seeing anything that's really that great here, but we will sell off what we had in the meantime. I'm thinking the 10% attack damage may be worth getting rid of the shard pool area. So I'm going to sell that, and we're going to use this powerful sword. There we go. We do have a decent amount of gold here now. Alright, well, this is Death Must Die. I hope you enjoyed it. You can check out the demo. Hopefully it's still available on the Steam Next Fest. I believe it was ending soon, but you can wishlist this as well. I think it's one to keep an eye out for. As far as bullet hells go, I think it was quite enjoyable. I do like the style, the pixel sprites and things like that. It gives the bullet hell a little bit more of a RPG feel, having the equipment and things, which I quite like. So if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, leave a comment below, and hit that subscribe button. Every subscriber does help grow the channel. I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time. Peace.